Hey, hi there. This is Murli Sundaram, your happiness coach, and thank you very much for watching this Facebook Live or even the recorded version. And today in this video, I'm going to talk to you about one interesting disease that almost 95% of business owners and professionals have. Do you know what is that particular disease that we all have? The ability, an amazing ability to postpone our important tasks in our life. The ability to procrastinate in our life. Okay. Are you a procrastinator by any chance? Have you any day procrastinated things in your life? Okay, if so, this interesting video is for you because I'm going to share with you how you can stop procrastinating, and in this video I'm going to share with you why we procrastinate, number one, and what are the simple tools and tips that you can do to avoid procrastination. And probably I will, at the end of it, I'm also going to share with you that I'm going to run a particular workshop on procrastination. If you're interested, you can join me to learn more. But importantly is this procrastination was there even with me for many years. I used to procrastinate a lot. Do you procrastinate a lot? If so, please type yes, so that I know that you are with me so far. Just go ahead and type if you are a procrastinator and comment below that yes, I have procrastinated. Okay, because this procrastination is not something, it's not something very rare disease or something like that. I see this with every student of mine. I see this with every friend of mine. Interestingly, I have seen this with even me. Am I 100% anti-procrastinator so far today? I can say no, honestly. I also still procrastinate. But I have learned a methodology to procrastinate only things which is not relevant to me right now. Just go ahead, if you're watching this live, just go ahead and type, are you a procrastinator? If you have procrastinated, say yes. Because in this video, I'm going to share with you why we procrastinate and simple ways, one or two simple tips of how we can avoid procrastination. Okay. Now, why do people procrastinate? That's a very interesting question, and you would have also asked this question because the project is very urgent and important, and you know for sure you have to take action. And most of the time, okay, 90 to 95% of the time, why we all procrastinate is one interesting reason that we do not know. Okay, we do not know what are our current priorities in our life. The number one reason for procrastination is because lack of clarity in our mind with respect to what we really want. Yeah. The prioritization is the key over here, because if you are not clear on your priorities in your life, obviously the mind is going to take the laziest step forward. Okay, have you observed your mind becoming more lazier? Okay, and when do you think your mind becomes lazy? Only when you do not know whether this is required in your life or not. So that's the reason why I'm just sharing this with you, this particular video on how to stop procrastination. Now, if you are a procrastinator and if you really want to get rid of procrastination, I'm going to share with you some simple tips over here. Number one is you need to be very clear on what you want. What are your priorities in your life? What is that first 1, 2, or 3 things? Have an order of priority. Okay, do you have a list of priorities in your life? Okay, probably life is a big word. Probably that will end up in giving you jargons. I will strongly suggest you don't think of the whole life, because we have no idea how the next year or after 5 years life is going to be. Do you have a list of priorities for this quarter at least? Okay, I prefer to live a quarterly theme. Do you? Do you have a quarterly priority list? That means these are the top 3 priorities for this quarter. Okay, do you have at least one? If you have any one like that, can you just comment below what is your number 1 priority for this quarter, October to December? Right now we are on October 2019. Do you know what is your priority for this quarter? Just go ahead and post it. Let me see what are your priorities for this particular quarter, because people who do not know what is their priority, they are the people most of the time procrastinate a lot. Do you agree with me on that? Just go ahead and post. I'll wait for your comment, and let me see what's your priority. Okay, and there are many people, you know what, many of them whom I meet, they don't even know what they want in life, what they want in their business, what they want in their career. They have zero idea. Okay, so that's the reason why they end up in procrastination, because the prioritization is not there in their mind. If you have a very clear priority, okay, this is what I really want in my life, if that is very clear, it becomes easier for them to take an action or do not take an action. Okay, so that takes us to the number 2 point. Number 2 point is why do we still procrastinate? There are people whom I know, they are very clear in their mind what they are supposed to do, okay, and still they procrastinate. Are you someone like that? You are very clear what you want to do, you are very clear what are the objectives that you have, and still you procrastinate. Do you still have that problem with you? If you have reached this part of the video, you can just comment yes, you are very clear on your priorities, but still you procrastinate. Okay, do you still have the problem? Would you like to know why you still have the problem? Just go ahead and comment below. That means you're very clear on your priority and still you procrastinate. Okay, number one reason I shared with you is people, the reason, two reasons why. Number one reason why people procrastinate is because they don't know what they want to do in life, and I'm going to now tell you the second reason of why still after having priorities people procrastinate. Are you someone like that you are very clear on your priorities but still you procrastinate? Yeah, thank you. Some of you are sharing your quarterly target, and thank you very much for actively participating in this discussion. Thank you. In the meanwhile, if you think this topic is very interesting, go ahead and share this video also on your timeline once this video is done, so that you can help one friend, okay, to get benefited. Hey, don't procrastinate this action, okay? Just click the share button and you can help one person, one friend in your timeline to get benefited from being procrastinating. Okay, now what's the second reason? Number one reason is they don't have priorities in their life. What is the second reason why people procrastinate? I think it's from my experience, I understand that procrastination means what? You postpone a task. What do you mean by postponing a task? Postponing an action. Basically, you're postponing to take action. Okay. Now, why do people postpone to take action? Number one is they don't know what to do. The priority list is not there. The number two reason is if you have to take action, you need one interesting element with you. That's the energy to take action. The number two reason why people who are even very clear, they procrastinate is because of lack of energy to the brain cells over here. If you really want to run your car for a long distance, you need to fill the car with gas or petrol, right? Similarly, if you want to take action, there is an action center in the brain called the prefrontal cortex. That's this area of your brain, and that requires fuel. That brain cells requires fuel, and the fuel that brain cells requires is oxygen. Yeah, the number two reason why people procrastinate is because of lack of oxygen to the most important brain cells. That's this area of the brain. Because the prefrontal cortex is not getting adequate oxygen, the human mind gives the laziest option of procrastination. That's the reason why people who are very good in prioritization also procrastinate. Okay, so there are two reasons I just shared with you. Number one is lack of priorities, and number two is lack of energy to the brain cells. Okay, does it make sense to you? If that makes sense to you, this is what successful leaders do. They learn how to stop procrastinating. And this Saturday, 12th of October, I'm doing a very interesting mini workshop for 2.5 hours on how to stop procrastination in Chennai. Okay, I know it's an offline program. Some of you are outside the city. I will also do an online webinar later, but if you are in Chennai, if you're in and around this Chennai, I would strongly recommend you to not to procrastinate and instantly take action by registering for this very simple unlimited happiness meetup group. And in this month meetup, we are going to talk about how to stop procrastinating. I'm going to share with you some 4 or 5 simple techniques of how you can become very clear in your mind and how to supply oxygen, and also a couple of simple and interesting techniques of how to cheat your mind so that you can take action, because action gives results. Action delivers results. Action is the key of life. Life is a series of action, and only way you can become successful in your life is by taking action. Yes or no? So I will just drop a link for the registration. If you guys are in Chennai on 12th, it's in the morning, 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you are in Chennai, just go ahead and meet me up, and I will share with you some simple techniques. But otherwise, you just learned simple ways that if you really want to get rid of procrastination, two things is really, really important. Okay, focus on your priorities and focus on your energies of your body. Okay, focus on the energies of the brain cells. If you think this video is also helpful to you, go ahead and share this video with your friends, and so that they also can get benefit. You can share it on your timeline. You can copy and paste this link and post it in WhatsApp group, so that many people will get benefit. Don't procrastinate. This is one action. This is your test for you, challenge for you to get rid of procrastination. You can instantly share this video and prove to your own mind that you are not a procrastinator. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this interesting video lesson on, are you still procrastinating? If not, how to get rid of it. Okay, so thank you very much, and tada, bye bye, see you. Have a fantastic day ahead. Bye.